Blah, 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 blah. Video play, cool. Hey guys, my name is Chris Njoki and welcome to my YouTube channel. For all of my new subbies, hey guys, welcome. Oh my gosh, welcome home. This is a YouTube channel you've been looking for. Here we talk everything, cooking, business tips, and in future many other juicy stuff. But for now, I want us to discuss one of my business reels that I've been posting on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I post a lot of business reels with tips that I feel can help small businesses. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, shame on you, but you can do it right now. I'm gonna tag it down below. My handle is Chris Njoki. Find me on IG, you will be thoroughly entertained. And you'll also get to learn very key things that you need in your business or just in life in general. Anyway, so welcome to this week's YouTube video. And today I will be discussing one of the business reels that I've posted on my Instagram in depth. So the title of this video was 7 ways to keep your business pandemic proof. Just to give you a preview on myself, I do run a fashion brand called Icon in Nairobi, Kenya. And we all know that the pandemic was really difficult for small business owners and just business owners alike. It was very difficult keeping businesses running. And we know very many businesses did not make it, did not survive, or just took a very hard hit. I was blessed to have a business that did not go through the toughest hits, but I think it's also because of some of the things I implemented in my business, and that's why I made that video. So in case you didn't watch the video, I'm gonna play the video now. Awesome. So now that you've watched the video, you've seen the different points that I stated. So now we're going to just go deeper into all of these points on how to keep your business pandemic proof. Hopefully we're not going to get another pandemic, but this can apply for anything. Any type of crisis that can happen in your location. This is basically ways that you can make sure your business stays afloat. So point number 1 on the video was make sure your business can be found online. I feel like that's pretty you know what that means, right? It means basically you need to make sure your business has a website. You need to make sure you guys have a presence. Even if you don't have a website, make sure you have a presence on the social media platforms. Make sure that if somebody types your business on Google, something will come up showing where they can see your products, see your services, whatever it is. Another good way, if you don't have a website, is to use one of these third-party sites, right? So I know even for my business, before we had our website, which was literally last year, before our website, we used to sell a lot on other online platforms. So in my country, we had, say, like Jumia, there's a bunch, there's another one called Mzizi, there's many of them. And I'm sure even if you look in your region, you probably have a lot of these sites that are sort of like third-party sites that help small businesses be able to sell on websites without necessarily having your own website, right? So make sure your business can be found online. Point number 2, connect with your customers. This is so important. In tough times, you need to be able to maintain the customers you have in the best way possible. Like literally, you need to make sure those customers you have, talk to them, find out how are they doing? Are they being affected? You know, talk to them like a human being. Like sometimes customers just want to feel like someone is out there caring for them, no matter how small. Send messages to your customers, talk to them, ask them, how can we improve our services or our products? How can we give you what you want, you know? So you really need to connect with your customers in times of trouble. Point number 3, offer more of what your customers need, right? So that's just to add on to connect with your customers. Once you've connected with your customers, then you'll understand what they need. And once you understand what they need, give it to them. When you're in business, trust me, as much as people get into business sometimes and you're like, I know what I like, I know what I'm selling, this is what I like. Sometimes business is just about offering what your customers want. So make sure you listen to your customers and give them what it is that they want, what it is that they're looking for. Point number 4, collaborate with related brands to widen reach. Now, this one sometimes can be a bit tricky, especially finding brands that are related, and even people with sort of your vision, like-minded vision, sometimes can be hard. But trust me, if you go searching and you find those brands that you know you can benefit from, like mutually, you need to find a brand, say, let me give an example. For me, for example, I run a fashion brand. It's a women's wear fashion brand. We only deal with apparel. No accessories, nothing, just apparel. So now in my case, if I was to look for related brands, I'd look for a brand that does accessories, a brand that does women's shoes, a brand that does women's bags. And then we can collaborate, maybe even collaborate in photo shoots, creating content. That way, we both benefit, number one, from the content, and their customers can see what my brand has to offer. My customers can see what their brand has to offer. So this is what I mean when I say collaborate with related brands. Just find brands that sort of you can feed off of each other in a very mutual way. No one needs to feed off more than the other, but yeah, find a brand that you can collaborate with, and that way you're going to increase your consumer. Point number 5, create reliable delivery systems. What this means is basically your delivery needs to be on point. When I say on point, it needs to be impeccable. Let me tell you, delivery can make or break your business, especially if people are buying online. Imagine this. You've made sure your business is available online. Your customers already talk to you. You know what they want, everything, and you offer it online. And then they buy or they purchase your service or your product online, and now they don't get it. Like basically the delivery is, down. The minute that happens, let me tell you, you almost lose a customer, right? So you need to make sure your delivery system is so smooth. If you tell people you're going to deliver within 24 hours, it doesn't matter. Break a leg if you have to. Deliver that item if you have to, but you need to deliver it within that time period. Make sure that however you're doing this delivery, it's reliable, it's transparent, so even the customer can sort of track their package. You want to make sure this is very seamless for the customer. That way it'll increase the trust, and that way they'll still be able to shop with you whether or not we're in a crisis or whether or not we're in the pandemic, right? Cool. So the next point, which is actually our second last point, is create targeted content. So again, on the topic of content, I've mentioned it again before. Clearly, content is a big deal. The reason why I say this is what I noticed a lot, especially during the pandemic, is people were stuck at home. What do you do when you're stuck at home? You're here. What do you do when you're stuck at home? You're on your laptop. Literally, people were always on their devices. Now, that was the best time to catch them, because if they're always staring at the phone, make sure they're staring at your content, right? So this was the time to really push and create content, as much content as you want, and let no one ever tell you that you're posting too much. You're not. If you think you're posting too much, you're not posting enough. If you're posting 3 times a day and you're like, oh my God, maybe people are drowning with my content, you're not posting enough. I know brands that literally post 20 times a day. Go and check out the big brands. Big brands, I'm talking like Fashion Nova type. These guys post insane amounts of times a day, because the thing is also with content marketing, it's not really about making the sale right now. You want, whenever somebody is thinking of a product, say you sell denim or whatever, you don't want to make the sale right now. But whenever someone thinks of buying denim, you want it to be your brand that they're thinking about, right? So you really need to create targeted content, push whatever product and whatever service that you're providing. Make sure you push to your target. Where do they stay? What do they do? What are their interests? And the best thing is Google ads, Facebook ads, they're really good with all of this, where you can really target your consumer and then make sure your content is good, that when they see it and when they consume it, immediately they just want to get your stuff. Cool? Awesome. So the last point we have, push content on social platforms daily. Daily was even in caps lock. And it goes back again to what I'm saying about content. During the pandemic, literally everybody was at home doing nothing. Even right now, a lot of people are still working from home. And if you're going to have your content, make sure it's as frequent as possible. I'm sure you guys already know, when it comes to social media, what social media does is the more frequent you post, the higher you are in terms of visibility, right? So if you're a page that posts often, then Instagram, Facebook, all of these platforms are going to always put you at the top. And then that means you get more eyes on your content, more eyes on your products, more eyes on your services, and essentially build your sales and make sure that you never ever go into a slump, okay? So I think that's it for the video, guys. Those are the 7 ways to keep your business pandemic proof. If you do have any other tips that you feel I may have missed out, feel free to drop it in the comments. Or if you just want to say hello, you can also just say hello in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, you need to subscribe right now. There's a subscribe button right there. And if you really enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to just interact with my video, and I will really, really appreciate. So until next time, guys, bye. Mwah.